Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot with me. My name is Carol, and if you're brand new to this channel, I want to welcome you. So glad you found me. This is a new channel. I started it in December 2023. And if you're coming back, if you subscribe, I know that there are a lot of Sagittarians on this channel. So I want to welcome you again, and I want to thank you for subscribing and coming back. In today's reading, we're going to be doing some inner child healing. And the inner child is a part of us that has been hidden away for years. And the inner child holds our belief systems, our memories, and all the big emotions that we had as a child that would have been, too big for us to handle. And so this inner child in us holds them. They're emotions like fear and shame and grief and hopelessness. So this unhealed part of us, our inner child, can cause a lot of problems if we don't pay attention to them. And they're that part of us that will cause us to seek, love in all the wrong places. They're the part of us that will attract people into our spaces that, will continue to abandon us or sabotage our goals. And it's just kind of left us going like, I don't understand, why are these patterns keep showing up in my life? And it's because we have unhealed parts of us, our inner children, that need to be healed. So it really is important that we make an effort to understand the needs of our inner child so that we can start to calm and lessen the intrusions that they're having in our daily life and all of our relationships, whether they be intimate relationships, people at work even, siblings, family members. And so we need to start to build this relationship with our inner child. And we do that by having a conversation with them, really, to start to find out, what do they need? What do they need to heal? Well, in order to heal, our inner children need to be listened to, they need to be heard, and they need to be understood. And they need you to make that known to them. So as you start to begin to build this relationship with them and begin to listen to them and understand what their needs are, it really is something that becomes an ultimate form of self-care for yourself, because you're meeting your own needs as you meet their needs. So, and it really makes you the priority in all of your relationships with everyone. And so let's begin this conversation with your inner child. Now, when I decided to sit down and, what decks could I use for this reading that would really make our inner children feel safe enough to come out and speak to us in this reading? And so I found a tarot deck that was a recent one that was that I purchased, and it's Radleigh Valentine's Animal Guides, because I thought that I wanted to pick a deck that had animals in it, because all little kids love animals, and so I wanted something that they could relate to. So I'm gonna start with that deck, and then I'm gonna clarify that with the Rider-Waite deck. And then I'm going to end with an oracle card, and it's going to be a spirit animal for us, right? So it'll be Colette Baron-Reid's spirit animal deck, which I love. And so it's really going to be focused around animals. And so in this reading, what we're going to do is first of all, we're going to ask your inner child, what does your inner child need right now? And then we're going to ask them and then we're going to look at, how is this affecting your daily life, your relationships right now? And then finally, we're going to look at, well, how can you help your inner child heal right now? And that's the important part, right? And then I'll end it with a couple videos for you from my other channel called Carol Cares. And those are going to be videos that are going to really get you going and on your way to starting to connect and build a relationship with your inner child. And so Sagittarius, let's begin. We're going to ask the tarot for what your inner child needs from you right now. So I'm going to ask for one card that came out. And interesting card. We've not received this one yet. So this is the number 12. Yeah, the awakening card is the Hangman. It's the Hangman card. So you got that for the needs. That makes sense. Okay. And now, and how is this affecting you in your daily life, your relationships? Just one card for that, please. One card for that. Here it is. The Queen of Air. The Leopard, which is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Okay. And how can you help your inner child to heal right now? This one came firing out. And it was the 8 of Fire. Well, the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is here. How you can help your child. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll clarify these 3 cards with Rider-Waite. One more and then we'll begin. Okay, so this Hangman card, this Awakening card, number 12. 2 or 3 clarifiers, please. There's one. That was almost wanted to come out. 2, 3. You have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Knight of Cups. To clarify that, the Hangman Awakening, the Queen of Air, which is the Queen of Swords. 2 or 3 cards, please. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the 9 of Wands, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. 2 knights here, which is very interesting. My knights speak about freedom. The 8 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, sorry. 8 of Fire here, 8 of Wands. Woo! Okay, so you got one here, one on its side. You've got the High Priestess in reverse, Page of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so let's begin with the Hangman. So the Hangman is a card about hanging upside down, literally. Feeling comfortable in your own skin. Looking at things in a different perspective, because when you hang upside down, you see things in a whole different way. And somebody that's very, very comfortable with themselves in, just comfortable with their feelings, their emotions, feeling comfortable in their skin. And so the inner child wants you to become comfortable in who you are. And we do that by healing, for sure. And just doing a lot of healing until you become more authentic, more comfortable with who you are. And so, I need some more clarity on this. So we got the Ace of Pentacles here. This is in reverse. And the Ace of Pentacles is an offer and a gift from the universe. All my aces are. And the Pentacles, in particular, the Pentacle is the body. So it's a new offer to you. It's a new offer for you your inner child wanting you to come back into your body, to become comfortable with who you are. And just think of a child playing in a park, building a sandcastle, how they just are just comfortable to be them. You know, they haven't yet been molded. They haven't yet been told all those things about themselves that are not true. And so the inner child wants to be comfortable again in their skin. They want to be back in their body. They want to feel comfortable. The Four of Pentacles is in reverse here. And the Four of Pentacles is a miser card. It's about that individual like holding on to attachments, holding on to things. And so I see here that that's in reverse because it's an individual that's holding on to things. And so because this is in reverse, I can see here that there's a resistance on your part, and your inner child is like holding on to something. It's holding on to something. And I think in order for it to be comfortable again, it wants to feel comfortable, it wants to let that go. Your inner child wants to feel comfortable in their own skin, but they need to let go. They want freedom. And what do they want freedom in? Well, they want freedom in developing intimate, authentic relationships. And when this night comes up, because my nights are all about freedom, and they want the freedom to do whatever their element is. They want the freedom to have intimate relationships, and they do that through authenticity, right? Authenticity and being who they are. And so there's something here that needs to be let go, and because they want the freedom to be able to love again. And so I'm seeing here that there is some real healing that's needed around feeling loved again and having intimate, authentic relationships. Doesn't have to be intimate, just authentic relationships, and just feeling good about it. Just feeling good in your own skin, that you're able to feel like you can have authentic relationships in your life. And maybe you haven't felt like that for a while. You know, maybe there's just been this really not being willing to let go. You're just holding on, and you're just not being able to let go, and allowing that, or allowing these relationships to come into your life, allowing authentic relationships to come in. And that's what your inner child needs. Is your inner child needs authentic, loving relationships. Does not mean at all that it has to be intimate. It just means that with everybody that you meet, it wants to be authentic, and it wants to be loving relationships to come in. And so, how is this affecting you, your daily life, your relationships? How is this affecting everything when you have an inner child in you that needs healing around having loving relationships? Obviously, they've never had strong, authentic, loving relationships. So there's a part of you that needs healing. And the Queen of Air comes in. The Queen of Air is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen is the feminine side to us. In my deck, I have two parts, the masculine and the feminine. This is the feminine side to us. We all have the feminine side. And we also have the masculine side, which is the King, which is our ego self. The feminine side to us, and in particular, the Queen of Swords, she's all about authenticity. So what I'm already seeing here is that this is because you have an unhealed child here that wants loving relationships, wants authentic loving relationships, and wants the freedom to be able to have that. This Queen of Air, this Queen of having authentic relationships is is showing up in your daily life where you're not having authentic relationships, or you don't have them. It's affecting the authenticity in all your relationships. Your Queen of Pentacles comes right after, so you have two queens here, two feminine, strong feminine influence on how it's affecting your life. And the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse, and she's the one that is very willing to get into her body. She loves the body. Look at the pentacle here. She's in reverse, but on an upright position here. She loves the body. She's holding it. She cherishes it. Not afraid to get into her body. Loves her body. And she knows she takes care of her body. And she, Pentacle has everything to do about your health and your self-worth. And this is in reverse here. So I'm seeing here that there is on your part a resistance to getting back into your body and just feeling, because the Queen loves to feel. And so there's a real resistance here on your part to living your life in a very grounded way, because the Pentacle is all about, it's the earth element, so it's all about getting grounded. And so this next one is the Nine of Wands, and this person's been through a lot of battle here. And the Wands is about, creativity, authenticity, doing what you want to do, and taking your life in a new direction. And it sounds like, it just looks like you've had so much difficulty with that, because look at, you have the bandage on here. And it's no surprise that right after that, you have that Knight again. That Knight, that one that wants freedom. But this one, it's the Knight that wants freedom. Freedom from anything to do with your health. Freedom from anything to do with your self-worth. Freedom that has anything to do with your workspace. Getting back, and so I'm wondering here where it sounds like you're just really needing to get grounded, get back into your body, because it's affecting all of that, affecting you being grounded. And it's really affecting your freedom to be who you want to be and to be authentic in all your relationships, because you have this younger part of you that wants that so badly, that hasn't had that when they were younger. And now it's time for you to heal that part of you so that you too can have authentic relationships. You too can take your life into the direction, have the freedom to do what you want to do and where you want to go. And how is this, how can you heal your inner child? What can you do here? Well, the Eight of Fire comes in, and the Eight of Fire is the Eight of Wands. It's that card where, you just take all your wands and you just kind of throw them where, and you just let them land where you want to land. So it's this freedom to be so creative, freedom to go out there and do what you want to do, freedom to take your life in a new direction is the Eight of Wands. They just fly in the air, and they're all going in the same direction. In the Rider-Waite deck, they're all they're parallel. And so they're all going in that same direction. I'm seeing here, I'm going to read it. And normally I don't read it, but for some reason it says, okay, read what it has to say here. And this is the B. You got the B for that. And the B says, you've been presented with many wonderful opportunities all at once. While this may feel very stressful, remember to be grateful for the blessings that you have received. And so I'm seeing here that, there are so many wonderful directions out there for you to take, and you have this inner part of you that's wanting to have the freedom to go in that direction. The High Priestess is here, and she is number 2 in the major arcana, and she says she's about, and she's blocked right now, she's about our intuition. She sits here, and people think that she guards these two. She's in between these two pillars, and they think that she's some kind of a guard and you can't get through her. And you can. She's our feminine quality. She's that feminine side of us. And she guards it, and there's a veil here, and behind that sits what's hidden. And that's your intuition. Those are the things that are hidden from us. And it's our inner guidance, and it's another beautiful feminine quality that we all have. We just don't, we have access to it, but we don't use it, or it's blocked. And so what I'm seeing here is that there is so much creativity here that is coming out here. And so how can you help this inner child? How can you free this inner child from this feeling of being trapped and feeling like they're attached to something and feeling like they're not comfortable in their skin? Well, it's saying, go inwards. Go inwards and get in touch. Go inwards and get in touch with your inner guidance so that you can get some direction on what you need to do next. And that's how you can help it. And she's blocked. Your intuition is blocked. But the little Page of Pentacles is here. And she's blocked because my Page of Pentacles is the inner child that holds the body in her hand. And so this is just another way of the tarot telling us, because my pages in my deck are all my inner children. And it's just another way of the tarot to say to you, it's time that you get back in your body, because it's getting back in your body that you're going to be able to get in touch with your intuition, your inner guidance, that's going to tell you where you need to go next, the Eight of Wands, where you're going to take your life, right? That freedom. And that's what your inner child wants right now. That inner child wants to tell you where to go. They often, especially the Eight of Wands, the Page of Wands didn't come out here, but the Page of Wands will often is that child of purpose, and it'll tell you where you're next, where you're supposed to go next. But we get that through also from our intuition. And the last one here is the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is someone in an upright position, someone who's sitting here having to make a decision and having these two mental thoughts right here. These are the mental thoughts, and they're thinking that, well, I can't make this decision, I'm stuck. And they're not even willing to make this decision because they're blindfolded. But what they don't see here is there really is no decision to make. They're stuck up in their head. These swords look exactly the same. There's no decision to make here. They look exactly the same. And so sometimes we get this impression that we're stuck. And we really think we're stuck. And this is in reverse here. And so this card has come up to, sorry, I just dropped this one, to let you know that, there is a way out of, maybe you're feeling like you're stuck right now. Maybe you're feeling like, for sure you're feeling like you want to take your life in another direction, and you're ready to, but I think you're really stuck here. But the big takeaway from what I'm getting is that it's really time for you to get back into your body and get in touch with that inner child that wants to have authentic relationships, that wants to feel comfortable in their own skin. And it really needs healing. Really needs, there's a part of you that really needs healing here. And so I'm going to leave you, before I give you an oracle card here, I'm going to leave you with a playlist on grounding. And I think it's really important that you start to get back into your body, Sagittarius. Like, it's really, really important that you learn how to ground yourself. That has come out with the Queen of Pentacles. It's come out with the Ace of Pentacles. It's come out with the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So you have these pentacles right here that are, screaming of getting back in your body and getting so that you're comfortable in your own skin and not staying up in your head thinking that you're stuck, right? Because there is a way out of this. you can get back into your body and getting in touch with your intuition so that you know what your next step is going to be. Yeah, and where you want to go to, because right now you're quite uncomfortable. Maybe you're trying to make a decision about something. And also, I'll give you some videos on journaling, and that'll really help you get in touch with that inner child and give your inner child a voice. And they'll talk to you while you're writing. Write back to them, back and forth, and ask them what they need, what they want. But it's time to start healing that part of you, that younger part of you that knew what it felt like to be comfortable in their own skin. You know, think of that child on the beach, like I said, that making that sandcastle, you know. What does your child need? Maybe your child needs to go and build a sandcastle. Sometimes, you know, that's what it is. And you're going to get back in your body and you're going to find out what they need. What do they need? So let's end this with an oracle card. It looks like that one wanted to come out. And that one is the Giraffe Spirit. See the big picture. Giraffe Spirit. Giraffes stretch upward to reach the treetops and look down from a high vantage point. When Giraffe Spirit appears, it is a sign to observe from a higher view. In all aspects of your life, it's time to stretch your neck out and broaden your view. Open your eyes to what others need or are experiencing and see the big picture you fit into. No matter how great your wisdom, knowledge, or experience, you don't want to overlook details and connections that will help you better understand yourself and your circumstances, so stretch yourself. Look beyond what catches your attention at eye level and know that not everything is as obvious as you might like it to be. Spirit will bestow upon you a new perspective that might make all the difference. Here's this new perspective, this awakening card. Looking at life from a new perspective, feeling better in your own skin. Wow, that definitely was what Spirit wanted to tell you right now. So it's time to start grounding. It's time to learn how to ground and get back into your body, get in touch with your inner child. Ask them what they want. Your inner guidance is going to come through for you, and you're going to know where you need to go next. Take care, Sagittarius, and I'll talk soon. Bye-bye.